Hello, dear children. This is a lesson by teacher Tajana Bundara and me. My name is Lidija Šaravanja. I will help you with this lesson. Today, you will read and listen to texts about two children and things they do in a day. You will be able to write a text about some activities in different parts of the day. Have you got everything you need for the lesson? A computer, a pencil, a notebook, and a QR code reader. You know that you can stop or pause the video when you need to. You can rewind it and play it again whenever you want. Are you ready? Let's start by thinking about an ordinary day. What do you do on an ordinary day? Find the odd one. Pogledajte listu I izbacite uljeza. I wake up, I go to bed, I brush my teeth, I make my bed. What doesn't fit here? I go to bed. Right. When do we do everything else on the list? When do we wake up? When do we brush our teeth? When do we make our bed? In the morning, right. Now look at the second list and find the odd one. I have lunch, I study, I play with friends, I turn on the lights. What doesn't fit on this list? I turn on the lights. Right. When do you do these things? During the day, yes. And the third list says, I have breakfast, I have dinner, I go to bed, and I brush my teeth. What is the odd one? I have breakfast, of course. And when do we do all the other things from the list? In the evening. That's true. Now let's think about the day that is not ordinary. A day where everything is different, maybe even upside down. What can you do at noon? What can you do at midnight? Što se u neobičnom danu može raditi u podne, a što u ponoć? Think about it. Do you have any ideas? Here are my ideas. At noon, I jump on my bed. That is not ordinary, right? Let's go on. I chase cats in the neighborhood. I walk on my hands. Well, these are not ordinary things to do at noon. And how about midnight? What do you do at midnight on a day that is not ordinary? For example, I draw monkeys. Or maybe I erase my homework. Oh, that would be a silly thing to do, right? I swing on chairs. Do you have similar ideas? Let's go on. You can see two children on the screen. They are a brother and a sister. The boy's name is Phil and his sister's name is Phoebe. They love each other very much, even though they are quite different. Phil doesn't care about time at the weekend. He doesn't care if it's dawn, morning, noon. He doesn't care if it is afternoon, evening, dusk, or even night or midnight. Now, let's go again. Do you understand all the words you see on the screen? They are all parts of a day. Dawn means zora. Morning is jutro, right? Noon, podne. Afternoon, poslijepodne. Evening means večer. Dusk is sumrak. Night means noć. And midnight means ponoć. Okay. Now I would like you to pause the video and copy these words in your notebooks. Sada, djeco, možete prepisati ove riječi i prevesti ih na hrvatski jezik u svojim bilježnicama. Pause the video for this. You can now practice the words for parts of a day. Open your browser and type bit.ly day parts 4 or scan the code on the screen. Good luck and have fun! Remember Phil? You will read about him in a minute. While you are reading, pay attention to the following questions and try to find the answers. The questions are: what does Phil do in the morning? What does he do around noon? What does he do in the afternoon? What does he do in the evening? Do his parents always know what he's doing? Let's read. Let's see what you can say about Phil after reading. What does Phil do in the morning? Phil sleeps in the morning. What does he do around noon? He wakes up around noon. What does he do in the afternoon? He spends the whole afternoon outside. What does he do in the evening? He watches TV and plays games in the evening. Do his parents always know what he's doing? His parents don't always know what he's doing. Are all your answers correct? Yes? Great job! Phoebe is not like Phil. She always plans her time and she always has enough time for everything. You will listen about her now. While listening, think about what she does in the morning, in the afternoon, at noon, and at night. When does she do her homework? When does she call her friends? When does she read a book? And when does she text her friends? Let's listen.
Phoebe organizes her day during weekend. She has enough time to do her homework, clean her room, hang out with friends, and listen to music. She usually wakes up at 9. She has breakfast and cleans her room. Then she does her homework or works on a school project. At noon, she calls her friends and makes arrangements for the afternoon. After lunch, she reads a book or watches TV. In the afternoon, Phoebe hangs out with friends. At night, she texts her friends and goes to sleep before 11 p.m. At midnight, she is fast asleep, so she cannot hear her brother who is playing games in his room.
Let's check together. She does her homework in the morning. She calls her friends at noon. She reads a book in the afternoon. She texts her friends at night. Very nice. There are 7 questions about Phoebe I would like you to answer. The questions are: What does Phoebe do at dawn? When does she clean her room? What does she do at noon? When does she hang out with friends? What does she do at night? When does she go to sleep? And finally, what does she do at midnight? Now take your notebook and a pencil and answer the questions in your notebooks. Pause the video for this. Let's check now. Is this in your notebook? 1. Phoebe sleeps at dawn. 2. She cleans her room in the morning. 3. She calls her friends at noon. 4. She hangs out with her friends in the afternoon. 5. She texts her friends at night. 6. She goes to sleep at 11. 7. She sleeps at midnight. If you do not have many mistakes in your notebook, you are doing great. Do not put your notebook away yet. Write the words you see on the screen and write either at or in the next to them. Is it at dawn or in the dawn? Is it at morning or in the morning? Think about it and write it in your notebook. Pause the video. And let's check. I hope this is in your notebook. If you have something different, please correct it. At dawn, in the morning, at noon, in the afternoon, in the evening, at dusk, at night, at midnight. I'm sure you are doing a great job. It is time to practice some more in a fun way. Type bit.ly during day 4 in your browser or scan the code and have fun. Phil would also like to have time for everything. Can you help him organize his day? Try to sort out the activities he can do during the day. Use sleep, play outside, do his homework, study, and play games. You don't have to write anything now, just think about it. And let's go together. For example, at dawn, Phil can sleep, of course. In the morning, he can do his homework. At noon, he can study. In the afternoon, he can play outside. In the evening, Phil can also play outside. At dusk, he can play games. At night, he can sleep. At midnight, he should also sleep and not play games, right? Do you think that Phoebe can help Phil organize his day? Just think about it. Do you sometimes help your brothers or sisters, maybe your cousins, your neighbors or friends? Or maybe somebody can help you organize your day better. Think about it. Helping is also showing love to someone. It is time for your task now. Think of a day that is not your ordinary day. And write. What do you do at dawn? What do you do in the morning? At noon? In the afternoon? What do you do in the evening? At dusk? What do you do at night? And what do you do at midnight on a day that is not your ordinary day? Write it down in your notebook. While you are doing your homework, keep this chart on mind. A great homework has at least 8 sentences, at least 4 different parts of a day, not more than 3 spelling mistakes, and correct punctuation. I hope you enjoyed the lesson and you learned something useful. As a quick check, try this. Name 4 parts of a day. Can you? Great. Almost? It's okay. You can always go through the parts of the lesson again and be more successful. You cannot? Find the part in the lesson that you need and try again. You can surely do it if you try harder. You can say 3 things you do on an ordinary day. Yes? Great. Almost? Okay. No? Try again. Say 2 things you do in a day that is not ordinary. Can you do that? Yes? Excellent. Not really, but almost. It's okay. You cannot. Try again. Goodbye, dear children. Don't forget to do your homework, but don't forget to play as well.